Hello and welcome to the Life to the Full podcast. I am your host, David Morse, and I am here to help you make the most of your time here on Earth. Today we conclude our introductory series by looking at spiritual health. What does it mean to be spiritually healthy? And how does that impact the rest of our lives? And how can we use our spiritual health in order to live life to the full? So, first of all, we are more than just our physical bodies. We, inside our spirit, is what's left when you take away your body. You know, like in the Turtles, where Krang has lost his body and like all is left is just the brains, the thoughts, and he needs an extra body. Well, it's kind of like that. Our spirit is what is within us. Some people are already going to be like, yeah, there is something, other than what we can see and touch in this world. And some people are going to be like, no. And I've already had some people say, yeah, I'm probably going to skip the spiritual health episodes. And I would just encourage you to give them a try. It might be that you're not quite ready to receive the message, but I want to encourage you that the beliefs that we hold most tightly should be the ones we've tested most thoroughly. So the beliefs that we hold most tightly should be the ones we've tested most thoroughly. So if you're in that camp of thinking, I don't think there's a spiritual realm because, science and stuff, then at least take the time to really look into it, to really explore the possibilities. Don't just take, the media or whatever it is you're listening to as the authority. Go and do your own research and come to your own conclusions. I am a Christian and I love Jesus, but I know that some of my most respected friends are atheists, and I really respect the atheist friends that I've had that have just said, no, I've really looked at both sides of the argument. I've really dug deep into the evidence for, against, and I've come down on the side of, not believing in God or not believing in anything else than what we can measure with our earthly instruments. And I respect that. I have less respect for people who just spout off, don't really believe in that stuff because, it's probably not going to happen, is it? So I would encourage you to really dig in and, have a think. And, of course, I'm not just going to be talking about God. I'm going to be talking about some of the trendy things that the secular side of some of the spiritual disciplines that people have been practicing for many, many years. Things like meditation, gratitude, solitude, fasting, prayer and silence. These are all things that have been taken to have a physical element, much more than a spiritual element. You can, in modern day, life, you can kind of leave the spiritual element of it. But I just would say, have a think about when you're doing these things, meditation, gratitude, solitude, fasting, prayer, silence. Is there anything other than just your body involved in this? So we've been building up to this episode for 4 episodes already. We've already seen that financial health is so important to our well-being, to living life to the full. It's very, very difficult to live life to the full if you are in real financial need, if you're really struggling with your finances. But it's much easier to live life to the full if you have got your physical health. So if your finances aren't so good, but you've got your health, then that's certainly going to help. And then if you're struggling with your health, if you've got your mental well-being, in check, then you can feel much more positive and take things in your stride, even though you might be physically struggling. And then with relational health, if you have got good relationships, they can pull you through even when you're struggling in all the other areas. But really, spiritual health, if you look after all of the other areas, You might live a great and wonderful life, but you're never really going to be living life to the full. You're going to be missing out on something. Spiritual health is about having a higher purpose other than just living for yourself. It's about finding inner peace. Very, very trendy. It sounds quite, Zen or Buddhist to find inner peace. But that's what, spirituality is. It's about having a peace inside you, which is not based on your external circumstances. So if you're interested in having a quiet heart, a peaceful heart, a stress-free heart, an anxiety-free heart, then do pay attention to your spiritual health. At the end of your life, you're going to be answering the question, was it all worth it? Have a think about that. If anybody's kind of doubting the whole spiritual realm, I'd encourage you to just close your eyes for a minute. Actually, if you're listening to a podcast and you're driving, don't close your eyes. That's dangerous. Or if you're running in the park, don't close your eyes. Or if you're at the gym, you could try closing your eyes at the gym. See what happens. You might get some funny looks. If you're washing up, wouldn't recommend closing your eyes. Actually, tell you what. Just come back and listen to this episode again when you can have a moment to close your eyes and do a little bit of creative visualization. So you're back, hi again. You're ready to close your eyes. So I want you to close your eyes for a moment. I want you to come with me on a journey. I want you to imagine that you are on a woodland path. There's pine trees to the right, pine trees to the left. It's a little gravelly path. You can hear the gravel crunching under your feet as you walk. You can smell the pine. It's not like pine, fresh toilet, cleaner. It's actually nice, real pine. So you can smell that real pine smell. And you're thinking, life is great, life is wonderful. I am free to roam this wood. You've got the mountains ahead of you. But you've got an uneasy feeling that things aren't quite the way that they seem. On the journey, you see someone, one of your friends, saying, "Hey, have you seen that beautiful owl up there? What a beautiful forest this is. I love it here. Isn't it great?" And then you walk along and see another friend, and they say, "Hey, did you see the fence?" And the first friend says, "Oh, there's no fence. There's no fence, just enjoy the forest." As you continue to walk, this sense of uneasiness grows that maybe you're not so free. Maybe you're in a cage and you're actually not free to go wherever you want. You're just stuck in this forest with no escape. As you wander to the end of the path, you come to the edge of the woods, and Zorg from Toy Story is there. "Oh, hi Zorg, what are you doing here?" And he says, "I'm here to take you to prison and execute you in the morning." And you don't know whether to believe him or not. You don't know whether he's actually going to take you to prison and execute you in the morning. And then somebody comes running in and says, "Hey, do you want to come on the plane? It's to the most amazing place ever. The beaches and the mountains are so close. You can ski in the morning and surf in the afternoon. There's beautiful food, there's music, there's dancing, there's fun, there's everything you could ever want. Just all you've got to do is get on the plane." Now, you don't know whether this place is real or not. You don't know whether there is this real beach and mountains where you can ski in the afternoon and surf in the morning, or whichever way around you want to do it. You don't know. You can't see it. You can't see the place. You only know it from somebody's description. And you don't know whether to believe them or not. You don't know whether to believe that there is a destination waiting at the other end of this plane journey that is going to be just freedom unlimited. But you've got a choice. Are you going to go with Zorg, or are you going to get on the plane?